Babylon claimed that she could threaten folk into submission. Babylon claimed that she could custom tailor a sin just for you that would be so delightful that you would never want to let it go, more or less actually let it go. And yet Jesus comes and in one sentence he says, Babylon is fallen, is fallen. That which it took Babylon to do in 6,000 years, Jesus demolished in one single verse. That which Babylon took 6,000 years to erect, Jesus destroyed one day on a cross. That which took Babylon forever to mess up your life, Jesus, by the end of this sermon, will set you free. Are you listening to me out there? The earthly ministry, the what, everybody? The earthly ministry, the what, everybody? The earthly ministry of Jesus was a demonstration that he could set men free. Whether it was a woman that struggled with adultery, she had no control of her lower passions. Whether it was a man that was plagued by guilt. Whether it was an individual that was living in the shame of their past. Whether it was someone that was under their own condemnation. No matter what the circumstance was, Jesus Christ was able to show through his ministry that he could relieve people from the bondage that was holding them captive. Whatever it is that is stopping you from reaching your full potential in Christ Jesus, he has already shown by his ministry here on earth. 3 years of ministry was ample evidence that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you have done, no matter how far you have traveled, no matter how messed up you may be, that there's somebody named Jesus who can fix the broken pieces. There's somebody named Jesus that is able to save to the uttermost those that come under God by him, since he always lives to make intercession for us. There's somebody named Jesus that can get you out of the mess you put yourself in and can dust you off, clean you up, polish you off, and make you to shine like gold that's tried in fire. There's somebody named Jesus who can set men free. And so if you are in the bondage of sin and you genuinely have doubted whether or not God can give you victory over that darling sin, that sin that you do without even thinking about it, that sin that is so much a part of you that it actually defines who you are. That sin that says, Pastor, you're going to have to just understand that's how I am. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have been showing out at the board meeting, but that's, you know, I'm just one of these people that I just speak what's on my mind. I don't hold stuff in. I'm just one of these people that just say what's on my mind. I'm not one of these people that hold, and so I don't talk behind people's back. If I got something to say to you, I'll say it to your face. I'm talking about that kind of sin. I'm talking about that kind of sin that causes you not to speak to folk. I'm talking about those kind of sins. I'm talking about the kind of sins that causes you to turn your nose up at people and to judge them. And to make assumptions about what people are or are not doing. I'm talking about that kind of sin that is so precious in your life that you feel you can look at a person and tell whether or not they're saved or how close they are with Jesus Christ. I'm talking about that kind of sin that causes you to be mean to folk and to talk rough with children. See, I'm not talking about the kind of sin that'll cause you to stumble home drunk at night, wallowing in your own filth. No, I'm talking about that kind of sin that allows you to sit in the church and be elected to church office even though there was a spirit of demoniac that is holding you captive and you've been a plague to the church for years. Your evilness, your intemperance, your temper has been hindering the church of God. Why are you turning up your nose at the fornicator and the adulterer. God's turning up his nose at you because on the outside you're clean, but on the inside you're full of dead men bones.
Help us, Jesus. Help us, God.
I came back here today to tell you that Jesus can free you from an evil attitude. Jesus can free you from a judgmental spirit. Jesus can free you. He showed in his ministry that he can take somebody like James and John, who were so self-righteous and pious that when the Samaritans would not accept Jesus, they were willing to call down fire from heaven to destroy him. He's able to take somebody like that and have that individual to write to the people in Rome, my little children, I know you're still struggling with sin, but you're my little children. Are you listening to me out there? The earthly ministry of Jesus was evidence that he is able to set men free. But I want to talk about something else tonight. The earthly life of Jesus. So what, everybody?
Earthly life.
Now, we talk about the earthly ministry, but the earthly life of Jesus, Babylon is fallen. The earthly life of Jesus was a demonstration of living free. You know, it's one thing, brother preacher, to set someone free. It's another thing to be free.
That's right.
This is what free people do.
That's right.
This is how free people live. Jesus didn't just set people free. He showed in his own life what freedom looks like. Help me, Jesus.
Come on.
So listen to me closely now. It's one thing to be set free from having a vile mouth. Okay. So now how do I talk when I no longer have a vile mouth? If I've been cussing my whole life, how do I talk once I'm set free?
Yes, God.
What kind of a relationship? Listen to me closely now. If my whole life, my brothers, I have been running games on women, and I've been seducing them into my bedroom to put another notch on my 6-shooter. When I finally accept Jesus and he frees me from that, then what do I look like when I'm in a healthy relationship?
That's right.
If my old way was that I cussed people out and gave them a piece of my mind and told them how I felt when I was angry, or even if I went a little further and perhaps laid hands on folk. When Jesus sets me free, then what am I supposed to look like when somebody insults me? What am I supposed to look like when somebody belittles me? What am I supposed to look like when somebody offends me? The earthly life of Jesus was a demonstration of living free. He showed through his life what freedom looks like. For 33 years, Jesus exhibited what a life of victory over sin looks like. He says, you want to know what it looks like to think holy? Then just stand with me and I'll tell you what I'm thinking. You want to know what it sounds like to talk holy? Then listen to my words and you'll hear what holiness talks like. If you want to know what holiness looks like, then follow me where I go. See, that's the greatness about Jesus. Jesus did not tell the disciples, sit here and listen to me preach. Jesus Christ told the disciples, follow me. Spend the next 3 years of your life. Leave your job of a fisherman. I'll make sure